Good morning, good morning. How's it growing, ghetto gardeners? Well, I know it's been a while. I have not posted anything that I've done. I apologize. I was slacking. It was me, not you. But look, got some things to show you. So, last year, I used a certain part of my yard that was brand new to me because I just moved here. And the area did well, but not great. Not as good as I wanted to do. So it prompted me to do something a little different. So I started early with peas. So I did these peas in April, and yes, they have already offered me plenty of peas that I constantly keep picking, so you can't see any peas. But I planted them in succession, meaning once the first set grew tall enough, I followed it by planting new peas. So these peas will be giving me more peas very soon. Well, granted, this heat that we're having for the next week and a half doesn't kill the plants. Well, last year I did use this entire bag as the garden. As you see now, I let it grow over because I decided to do something different. Something I didn't think I would ever do, but I needed more space, and I'm still going to need more space. So we went here. So I started to do some slightly raised beds, which have actually done pretty good so far. Of course, taking care of the soil is definitely a task. So here I have some green bean, some purple cabbage, some Swiss chard. I planted some marigolds and nasturtiums also, just to kind of give it a little pop of color. Everything is coming in slowly here, but I mean, honestly, it's just about to be the first week of July. Gardening is a game of patience. Here I have some oregano over here, and we got lima beans that are actually doing better than I thought they would do. They're coming up pretty well. We've got collards. There are some turnip greens, and the thing is, I plant my turnips low because honestly, I just want the greens. I'm not really a fan of the bulb. I very sparingly use the turnip bulb in my greens. And we have more cabbage. We got some dill and some basil over there. So I did this bed myself. I did cylinder blocks. Cylinder blocks, and then I added the soil. I did soil, I did compost, and I did dried leaves from last year that I kept and crushed. And I used them as a layering addition. So that way I wouldn't have to add so much soil. Here I have tomatoes. I have cherry tomatoes, and I also have a beefsteak tomato. Now, the cherry tomatoes are doing pretty good. They're growing. They're already fruiting. They have quite a few bits of fruit that are coming up on the leaves. That I don't know if you can see that, but the beefsteak tomato actually had some issue. There was a lot of mushrooms coming up in there, and that there still are. But today I'm going to fix that. I'm going to be transplanting this guy to something safer by himself, and let's see what happens after that. I have planted peppers and tomatoes. Yes, peppers and tomatoes in the same spot. As you can see, they are flowering very well. So I've got these containers. Things are in these containers. Here we have cucumber, and look at that that squash or zucchini, because I have a habit of not labeling things. It's a little yellow, but I do believe I'm going to be able to fix that. And I will tell you how I fix it and see how well it works or how well it doesn't. So, and there's those mushrooms. So we'll figure out what's going on there. And then I have this one container that actually has been very, very difficult. It actually did not grow much of anything. So what was in there did not really grow. I cleaned it out, completely washed the soil out, and I planted two more things. They're growing, but they're a little leggy. We don't like that. We like those stems to be nice and strong and ready to go. But it's gonna happen today. I'm going to put in some work here. So I have this patch of grass, this area that was initially used for just a sitting area for my grandkids. So what I am going to be doing with this patch today, first I'm going to pray. I'm going to ask Mother Nature to hope that when I pull this tarp off, that this ground has pretty much been dissolved and there will be no weeds, which should make it easier for me to dig. So this is the patch. I know. There's a lot going on right here. Oh, that's my lettuce. My cut and come again. I love it. Micro lettuce. I come out here and just chomp on it just because. And Mishu likes it too. Oh, Mishu is my dog. I'll show you her later. But right now, the idea is to pull everything up from under here and hope for the best. So we'll see if anything was able to grow. And if nothing grew under here, then this is going to be my next garden patch. So you see where it's going to start. I'll be back to show you where hopefully it restarts. So, Ghetto Gardener out.